For someone who plays so much Bang Dream, I've never actually tried to do this. Now that 5th anniversary is out, I wanted to make a deck for each band, and considering how many variations there can be on each deck, even with the limitations of what characters I can use, is still a lot of work. So after a lot of research and help from other people, I managed to cook some decks that use the new cards. Some disclaimers before starting are that all characters in each deck are from the designated band to have as much synergy as possible, and these are basically theme decks after all. I'm gonna focus on using cards from the 5th anniversary set. Bang Dream has a lot of sets, and getting access to some of the older ones is really hard, so I want to make them as accessible as possible so anyone can hop in and try to play the series. Either way, I will mention some noteworthy alternatives too. And as always, these aren't the end-all be-all of how to build each band. Like I said, Bang Dream has a lot of sets with tons of options to customize, so by all means use cards that you prefer or have access to. With that out of the way, let's begin. Starting off with Poppin Party, we have Gate Door. Using the new Kasumi finisher alongside the on-reverse Tile level 1 combo, Kasumi is basically the most played card overall, as she is splashed as the finisher of choice in a lot of decks, having high power, being cheap, and having the ability to stop a lot of common finishers. Meanwhile, Tile looks for level 1 or higher cards to add to your hand and send to stock. While the value is great, giving hand and stock at the same time, it is very possible to whiff, and getting a reverse is always tricky. Regardless, it's a good payoff, and why the level 0 count is kinda low. Some other standout cards are the new Saya Salvage Brainstorm. The old Remy Brainstorm is equally as good, but I choose Saya for the extra 1000 power when playing a climax, which can help tie a lot. Aside from that, we're playing the That Irritating Girl package. Probably one of the best events there is, giving stock and then replacing itself by adding a character from the top of the deck. This is complemented with Happy Halloween Arisa, who discards a bonsai character to salvage the event and gives 1000 power. The other bonsai characters being the Arisa Top Checker, and the new Arisa Runner that forces the opponent's characters to crash into her, and is a great addition to the deck. We are relying on early plays, so the Saya level 3 assist is very useful, and since we have access to it, of course we'll play Bounce for luck. And this Arisa Refresher can get us out of hard situations. Overall, it's a pretty standard deck that can swim on stock and even hand with a little bit of luck involved, but can answer most situations with a sort of toolbox of events. The Volume 2 Tile combo is also a good option that some might argue is even better, has extremely good synergy with That Irritating Girl, and with your strong triggers, you can get a lot of advantage on her own. Next up is Afterglow, probably one of the hardest to make since there's so many ways to approach it, but a special thanks to Axion Ocasi on Twitter for the help. The core of the deck is the Rock and Glow package with Himari, who gives free stock, Tsugumi that filters hand, and Ran, who is the payoff by being a huge early play that boosts your board and can basically bring out copies of herself from the deck with the combo. The reason why the focus is on this package is thanks to the new event that is perfect to set it up. Salvages 2 characters and then replaces the top card of your clock with another from waiting room. This can put Tsugumi on the clock while you salvage the Ran to get the combo going. You can make your board even stronger thanks to the new level 2 assist. And since the early plays will take most of the resources, the new Ran level 3 combo is a good way to deal extra cheap damage for no cost. Some other standout cards are the new Himari level 1 as another level 1 that gives some advantage, the Mocha Searcher for more consistency, and the new Tomoe level 0 combo. We don't play the combo, but she's a way to gain hand advantage during your combo turns, since Himari only gives stock, and she can even pick up the event for even more advantage. The Ram Brainstorm is also worth pointing out as a must-have for being a gold bar support that makes you unable to be clocked with climaxes, and the Ram level 0 bomb is a way to threaten any level 0s. For other alternatives, the Mocha Finisher is an infamous card for a reason. She's also free and even gives access to the Ran level 1 combo, who shares a climax combo with her, and also gives stock with way higher power than Himari. How do you fix a deck based around playing 4 colors with all the inconsistencies that come with that? You simply give it standby and cheer out the characters you need, ignoring those pesky color requirements. Out of all the theme decks, Pastel Palettes is one of the few who have seen actual success, as it has some interesting standby options, mainly thanks to the new Eve level 2 combo, since you can standby out any characters and immediately be able to attack with them, which is complemented by cards like Volume 2 Aya and Multi-Life Chisato, who do extra burn damage when attacking. But you'll mainly want to rely on the new level 3 standard Aya, who deals free damage every time she attacks, and can be brought out with her own climax combo that shuffles cards back into the opponent's deck to push for even more damage. Other cards include the Hina Booster, giving power to all the board and can even salvage a climax, but you'll mainly stand by her out. The Aya Searcher that can fix colors if needed by clocking from hand to search for any characters. The Chisato level 0 that on death checks top 2 and adds any characters to continuously get more cards in hand, which is usually a problem in standby. The Aya Brainstormer that can potentially refund the stuff she uses if you reveal the right colors. The Chisato Backup being a very easy way to refresh when needed. And the level 2 Aya who is a searchable way of decompression. It is a very straightforward standby deck with some interesting tools, and using the 4 colors has always been a cool concept that never worked out that well, so I'm glad Pastel Palettes got their chance to shine. Roselia is another deck with many approaches but settled for the gay 2-soul version, using the Yukina finisher that is basically free and allows you to choose how much damage you want to deal. Also using the Akko 2-soul climax combo, you have a huge speeder that can't block attacks but comes back every turn. Another important card is the Sayo level assist, as it can make your gates be able to salvage the new level 1 event or the Yukina finisher instead of a climax, which is very useful, and top checks to make sure that your finisher doesn't whiff. Speaking of, the event is the way to get cards back from your waiting room, and being a counter can give some needed mills during the opponent's turn. Also playing the level 3 Lisa for extra damage, alongside the cards she needs for experience, which includes Tears Yukina, a healing early play with a very easy condition to meet that can continuously be played. In the level 0s, it's worth pointing out the new Lisa Mill Runner as a good way to block and evade attacks, and versus Yukina, who can't really take advantage of her climax combo, but it's a way to dig for more characters while building a little bit of memory compression. And of course playing the Yukina Riki because it's easy consistency to get the cards we need. Other options are the Sayo level 1 combo from volume 2, as another gate trigger is better than 2-soul overall, and the new Rinku early play is also good as it searches and has hexproof, but her experience conditions conflict with Lisa's, so not playing it in this version. Also, what is not strictly better, the original Yukina level 3 is something to consider. Being expensive, but burning 2 twice is a very powerful effect, but each combo has their advantage as the new one is very low investment. Overall, it's a simple experience deck with high power in the early game with Akko, and some very useful level 3s that can be easily accessed. I've talked about Hello Happy World extensively, but it's the other theme deck that has seen some success, mainly thanks to the choice package with the Canon level 1 combo that can't be reversed, and the Canon Brainstormer that gains the choice trigger to gain even more advantage. This combo can be done multiple turns thanks to the Hagumi Climax Searcher and the Canon level 2 that digs for climaxes. Hello Happy World also has access to some really good early plays with Kaoru being a healer that returns to hand when reversed to continuously play her, and Hagumi who refunds a stock while removing the opponent's threats. Another great addition is the Misaki level 0 that can put the level 2 as a marker and change into it during your turn to give big power boost, and even gives more power when triggering choices, while helping putting cards at the bottom of the opponent's deck to help with the new finisher, which is Kokoro. Even though she can whiff and deal no damage, the combo is free, so you can focus on playing many of her, and the previously mentioned Misaki helps her a lot. All this combined with the Kaoru level 0s that help with consistency, milling and searching, make it a very consistent and reliable deck that can build very compressed deck states and answer almost any situation. The main changes that can be done are playing the Hagumi Bomb, which is a good way to remove cards from the opponent in level 0, as the only real beater is the Kaoru Riki. But most importantly, the main alternative is using the Volume 2 Kokoro finisher, that has become more popular since she can set up multiple attacks that are more reliable than the new Kokoro mills, even though they are expensive. She does require you to play this Misaki level 3, but it's still a powerful combo. Morfonica is probably the more unique in terms of the endgame. The Tsukushi level 3 combo is more about efficiency and helping other cards compared to other finishers that do all the work on their own. She only adds cards to hand or plays them on the stage for free, and that's why cards like Summerly Toned Nanami and the TD Mashiro are useful, since you can focus on paying for their effects now that you got them on the field for free. You can even do this at level 2 thanks to the event that brings out a Tsukushi card. The level 1 combo is a new Mashiro that bounces itself back to hand and filters by discarding and salvaging characters. It's also worth noting the Toko Brainstormer, as she's an easy way to exchange cards in hand for stock. Also, the Toko Change package is very useful, mainly for Morfonica Toko, who can give cards every turn, but Daylight Toko is also good to help with the low power values in the deck. This is a very fun and solid deck that's also surprisingly versatile thanks to all the options Tsukushi opens by cheating out other characters. Of course, the Nanami level 1 combo is always a popular option since it gives access to choice triggers, And the old Mashiru level 3 combo is also a viable option for her ability to blast through the opponent's climaxes, so make sure to experiment. And the final deck we have is Bargate SUILEN. Decided to go all in on the accelerates. You could definitely fit in Rush and Craziness Chutu and Astonishing Speed Pario, but decided to focus on the accelerates and the level 3 combo, since it requires to pay when the climax is played, and the Chutu early play takes a lot of your resources for herself. The new combo gives all other characters the effect to on attack mill the bottom 2 of the opponent's deck, and burn 2 if there's a climax. With multiple Chutus on stage you can make the effect stack to basically make it into a milled 4 instead. It might seem costly to play multiple Chutus and then pay another cost for the combo, but that's why the Pario level 3 accelerates to bring Chutu from the waiting room. The level 1 combo is Layer, who at least doesn't require reverses since it works if there's no character in front of her, and she allows you to look at top 4 at any characters and give power to one of your other characters, so that other copies of Layer can get reverses if needed. The main highlights of the deck are actually in the level 0s, with the lock that when sent to waiting room discards a level 0 card to add any character from the top 4 of your deck, compared to similar effects that have level restrictions. Pario is one of the most unique cards, can let you play any character from waiting room, but you still have to pay the character's cost, and Chutu is an accelerate that searches the deck for any character and doesn't use stock, so she can be used since turn 1, but also asks for a discard. The most spicy card of them all is definitely the level 2 lock that with Accelerate gives the ability to rest herself and reverse the opponent if she gets reversed, which is a pretty unique way to deal with the opponent's board. While the level 3 combo isn't the best, the deck has tools to access cards from the deck and waiting room when needed, making it very consistent. Well, that's all of them. Remember to also experiment with any other options you might like or have access to. These are just my takes on the deck when trying to focus on the new set, but there are multiple viable options in previous sets and I would be here all day if I wanted to talk about all of them, so go ahead and try them out. Thanks for watching and have fun with the 5th anniversary, bye!